It's Goat here, and today we're going to be working on assault rifles. Just giving you the quick guide on how I got them, tips and tricks, and a few attachments for each weapon. Before I start this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you like the video. I'll be doing classes on all the weapons, so today, like I said, it's going to be focusing on assault rifles. We're going to look at the challenges. It's pretty standard for the first one. Get your assault rifle to level 2. Or some, I'm not sure on the levels for all of them. Obviously every weapon has different levels, but specifically for the SVA, to get the first challenge you have to get it to level 2. Get 50 kills with that, you get the first camo. You get your gun to the next level, you get 50 kills while ADS. And yet this does work with a sight or just down the barrel, either or. It's all a preference, depending on what you like to do. Sight sometimes, but most of the time I'm using iron sight. So like I said, that's a pretty easy challenge, so preference. Next, you get 15 headshots. Same thing. Some people may consider having a sight makes it easier for headshots. Obviously, just aim for the head. This particular challenge to me is always easier than core, only because when you're playing hardcore, a lot of times you're not going to get headshots and stuff. You're going to get kills, but it's a little harder to get a headshot, especially when every weapon is one tap. But again, that's to a preference of if that's just how you want to play. Me personally, I feel like I struggled a lot more getting headshots in hardcore, and I just kind of noticed that off all the weapons. There's a few other guns and classes that require you to get headshot kills, but specifically for the ARs, I was just playing core. 25 kills in tactical stance, a little tricky, but as long as you got the right attachments, you'll do fairly decent. All I can say is I will always recommend a laser and a underbarrel. It kind of helps with the spread. Obviously, the cons, most of the good lasers have laser visible at sight or at ADS, which is aim and down sights, with accuracy while sliding, hip fire and tack spread, so your bullets will be a little more tighter, so your aim will be a little better, and it benefits your sprint to fire speed. So any laser that has at least one of those pros as far as the hip fire and attack spread, I will always recommend using that for each weapon. Same thing with the underbarrel. A lot of these are for like idle aiming, sway, hip fire, recoil, but if you get farther inside into unlocking weapons, you get grips that are better for attack stance. And if I'm not mistaken, we didn't have any of these in last game, obviously because attack stance wasn't a thing. But there's a few underbarrels that help specifically with that, like the Bruin Tactical Vertical Grip, the rear grips. Same thing, I would try to find one that helps with that. Not all the weapons have anything that benefits tack spread or tack spread fire, so I would just try to maybe find a grip that you can use with speed and that allows you to have precision shots with your tack spread. Obviously you don't want anything that affects your gun, like your control with the weapon. So, like I said, but it all depends, because if you're already aiming out of sights, you won't really need anything too fast while you're in tack. You just got to make sure you're getting those kills while your gun is actually in tack stance. So I have the interstellar camo on, guys. I'm flexing a little bit. Barrel type plays a lot of benefits, so I would definitely recommend changing the barrel type. They're all different for each gun, but specifically with the SVA, you have the helps with tack stance spread and hip fire. So this would be real beneficial for if you're doing those challenges. Same thing with the stocks. You have certain stocks like the SVA factory stock that helps with tack stance and fire spread. So another good thing to use if you're trying to get those challenges done. So that's the last one for that. But once you get those done, that's when you'll get into the rest of the camo sets. All the weapons, if I'm not mistaken, are different. I just put on the base. Challenges are the same for most of the auto weapons until you get into the forged. Get 3 operated kills with 1 magazine. I would say that is a little more harder, but I mean, if you're streaking, it's not that bad. It's not a lot of times that you will get 3 kills with 1 clip in core, only because it take a few more bullets, and the chances that you're going to hit all those bullets, especially on one person, and have to move to the next is kind of rare, unless you're just hitting all your shots and headshots at that, which even then still may be a little hard to do. So I personally will go into hardcore mode just to get those kills a little bit more easier. Me personally, when shipment was out, that was really all I was playing. Everybody has their own way of doing it, so I guess it's just find a map that you can just rack up kills, and that's basically based off if you already have your weapon maxed out. But if you don't, then I would recommend, you know, prioritizing that just so you can bust out all the challenges. It gets a little tedious when you're trying to do challenges and, you know, you don't have the weapon to that level, so you kind of feel like you're doing challenges, you know, hopelessly. So I would definitely try to prioritize that, then you can get into the camos and stuff. For the forged camo, specifically with this AR, you have to get 25 kills, multi-kills. Forged camo for the SVA, you have to get 25 multi-kills. And if I'm not mistaken, multi-kills is anything over a double kill. So if you're getting double, triple, quads, frenzies, you're good. It may take a little longer if you're just doing double kills, but honestly, I'm pretty sure double kills count because I mean there's more than one multi. So as long as you're getting double kills or more, you're good. Get 10 kills while moving in attack stance, which another thing, as long as you got the attachments, you're pretty good. Like I said, I will always recommend an underbarrel that increases the attack spread of how your shots are being fired. Same thing with a laser. Not all the guns have barrels that help with attack spread. If they don't, I would just prioritize a nice stock or a grip that helps with that. The barrel, the laser, underbarrel, to me, are the main key points of interest that you should be trying to use to make sure you're hitting your shots when you're using the challenges for that specifically. But with the Holger 5.56, you have to get 25 kills with a non-drill charge underbarrel, which honestly I've never even used this, so as long as you're just using a regular underbarrel, you'll be good. MCW, this gun is probably my favorite gun in the game. Like I said, the challenges for this are the same. You know, 50 kills, ADS, 15 headshots, and so on and so forth. Like I said, hardcore is the way to go if you're just trying to get them kills real quick. As hardcore is better, but that's only because you can get kills fairly easier than just hide out. But it kind of plays a risk when you're, you know, getting kills fast because you die fast as well in hardcore. So as long as you're streaking in like core or something, you'll get this challenge done fairly quick for the MCW. I have the DG56. This gun is probably one of the better assault rifle as far as through round burst. Consistency, doesn't have as much recoil. Me personally, I don't like the iron sights on this one as much because it's kind of like cut in half compared to the FR. So I guess they're both decent. I feel like through round burst guns are a little bit easier as far as getting kills, as long as you hit all three of those shots. Most of the time that would be like an instant kill in core and in hardcore, but as long as you're hitting like from the stomach up, they'll probably be 3-tap both ways. Getting this gun forged was pretty easy. Me personally, I think it's easier to put this gun in single fire. It is 1-tap in hardcore, so if you use this in hardcore and you just basically go around, you know, 1-tapping everybody, there's less recoil, so you don't have to deal with those 3-round bursts. You can shoot and move. So that challenge will be fairly easy. Get 3 operator, 1 burst. See, this one is literally the same thing, or it's a different challenge, but basically what I was just saying, just 1 burst. But like I said, if you're in hardcore, that 1 burst is going to be all you need. So like I said, this sight is a little bit better to me just because it's like fully rounded out. It still has the iron sight in the middle that kind of helps you down, you know, where you're shooting at. But I prefer the DG over the FR any day. It's just a better 3-round burst gun. They're both good. To me, this one is a little bit better for single fire. But like I said, it all depends on, you know, which one you do. And yeah, I didn't talk about the RAM only because it's a DLC gun, or not a DLC. It's just a new gun they added, so it doesn't exactly count towards you having to get the forged camo or the priceless because it's an extra gun. RAM is definitely a gun I would use just because it's another automatic weapon, so it'd be a little easier to do opposed to like the other weapons in the game that might give you a little bit of a hard time. So I did do this weapon. Certain weapons I didn't do just because they were a little more tedious. So Same thing with this one. Get 3 kills with 1 magazine. As far as the Gilded Camo, get 10 operator kills while aiming down sights and sliding. This is a little tricky only because a lot of people don't know that even if you're sliding and you're aiming, you start in tactical stance. So there's actually a boot variant on here that lets you slide while aiming down sights, and that's going to be the tactical pad boots. So for it to count as you sliding while aiming down sights, you have the tactical pad boots to be able to make those challenges count. So when you're doing those, unless you want your time wasted, make sure you have those boots on and you'll be good. The assault rifles are definitely top 5 easiest things to do in the game to get to that point of having, you know, your whole class set up, your whole class done and forged out. So it's the first class as far as like the primary weapon, so that's what I started with. But like I said, definitely top 5 easiest class setups to do, so it won't be too hard on you guys. But anyways, thank you guys for tapping in and watching this quick video. I will be doing a quick guide on battle rifles next, so make sure you tap into that.